Who started the Vietnam War?
Perks later still don't do none. Shit's barely work, they supposed to make me numb. Had flashbacks when I was young. Used to laugh and call me a bum.
The Vietnam War explained.
So, from 1889 to 1954, Vietnam was part of French Indochina, and whilst the colonial French did some pretty awful things to prop up Catholicism in the region, I won't lie, it did result in some of the best food known to man being invented. Then, the Japanese invaded during World War II, but were overthrown by the Viet Minh, led by this guy. The Viet Minh declared Vietnamese independence. They also declared war on the crummy croissant enjoyers known as French people. One very important thing to mention though is that the Viet Minh were communists. Therefore, the schizo-paranoid Americans supported the French, and China, who was communist, backed the Viet Minh, which turned out to be the right decision as they ended up winning and beating the French. However, it wasn't a full victory really, as the country got split up in 1954 into the state of Vietnam and the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. Catholics fled south, communists fled north, until they had the perfect chessboard formation for the Vietnam War. The South had this US-backed president, Diem. He violently suppressed any critics, rigged elections, viciously discriminated the predominant religion, destroyed rural life, and worst of all, spoke French. So his oppressed population started to travel north using the Ho Chi Minh Trail to temporarily stay away from his regime, many of who joined the Viet Cong, Ho Chi Minh's army. See this handsome man JFK? Well, he started sending a lot of aid to South Vietnam in order to stop the spread of communism, something he had failed to do many times before. However, both him and Diem suspiciously got smoked in 1963. Now we got this guy who lied about a US boat being attacked, and also lied when he said, "I will not send our boys over there." Then he got re-elected and sent all the boys over there. The US's aim was to protect South Vietnam. This meant no invading the North or any other countries. So the first logical step was to napalm the out of North Vietnam and Laos, which was a bit mean. More American troops arrived, more offensive action was taken. Surprise, surprise, no US gains were made, and Ho Chi Minh said, "Bring it on fam, you're gonna get murked, and after we murk you, we can go and have a cup of tea together." As I'm sure you'll know, the Viet Cong used trees, tunnels, booby traps, lightweight equipment, and a load of goofy to just murk the clumsy, sweating, low IQ Western soldiers. And during a usually peaceful national holiday, in '68, the Viet Cong took the South by surprise, storming some of the Western strongholds, which led to Americans calling cap when their president appeared on TV declaring that the USA is still winning. "I swear by my Pop-Tarts and processed cheese." Americans also started to notice the type of tactics their boys were employing, and the type of leader their boys were propping up, which led to nationwide protests, and Nixon started to withdraw troops in 1969 with the intention of training and leaving South Vietnamese soldiers in control, which still to this day is actually the most successful and effective US military tactic. And then in 1973, all the American troops left. Can you maybe, possibly, slightly, somewhat guess what happens next? I mean, it was always obvious who was going to win just by the quality of their flags. The Viet Cong flag is almost just an aesthetically pleasing version of America's, and don't get me started on South Vietnam's flag.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
But what about my conclusion? Which of these two sides do I, Geopold, think is superior? Well, there's only one way to truly evaluate this.